Everybody,
What's up, guys?
I'm Tofari,
I'm CK.
Knight Rider.
and welcome to our Smackdown recap review, random bullshit, whatever we call this, I don't know. We're just having fun, pretty much. You know, we Smackdown.
Will you stop making fun of
I will never
spell
stop.
check?
I will never
But yet
stop.
you guys tell me not to worry about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
because
not
it's
not worth getting angry over, but it's
Really?
also fun to make fun of. You know how you're
Exactly.
constantly making fun of us, and then we have to make fun of you back because you're a
Exactly.
goober.
Oh, I forgot to add that part.
What part? I probably don't want to know. Let's just start the show
I
off.
forgot to add the whole Chelsea Green thing.
Good. We don't have to worry about it. Anyway.
Oh no, I'll pull it up here real quick.
No, you're not. Anyway, this is not part of the show. This is something you added, so you go ahead and read this first bit with Cody.
Well, it did start off the show. So it kind of is part of it, but I want to explain a little more in detail what was really going on. I don't know if it was announced last week. I feel like it was, but I might be wrong. But they announced that it was going to be a 6-man match.
Mm-hmm.
Solo and Jacob and Tamatonga versus Cody, Priest,
Strowman.
and Strowman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they removed that from the card.
Yeah, and then
And-
said it was
and-
just
and
Priest and Strowman versus
Yeah.
Jacob and
And
Solo.
when Cody asked why, he said, because you have to go talk to the final boss in the ring tonight.
I should probably move this because I don't know if I can hear you well, but we're gonna get to that because it didn't happen until later in the show. But God, it was such a
I got something that might make this a little easier. I've got people basically... I took like 2 or 3 sources of people talking about stuff with it and kind of broke down what they think The Rock was trying to get to, because it was a jumbled mess.
It was a complete waste of fucking time is what it was.
But it is long, but I think that it was the point he was trying to get to. But we'll get to that later when it comes to that. You had started off with the Drew McIntyre versus Jimmy match, which wasn't a bad match. I mean, it was...
It was an opener match.
It was a back and forth BS.
Yeah.
But then you had Drew back to his same BS.
Jimmy beats him with a roll-up, which... Look, I get that roll-ups are like a completely valid way of winning, but at the same time, I don't know, it always feels... I don't know. Anyway.
Cheap?
Yeah, cheap.
Cheap, not cheap. Cheap.
Yeah,
Okay.
it feels cheap. And also, like, why the fuck didn't he just immediately get out? Well, especially against Drew McIntyre of all people. Beating him with a roll-up. Jimmy should have been smart enough to get the fuck out of Dodge.
But here's the thing, too. Why? Why are we continuously... I'll tell you this. I want to like Drew McIntyre. Like, he is... We've talked about this before. He is legit good.
Oh, yeah, he's a great wrestler, but
But this whole pity party...
Drew McIntyre?
Yeah, is getting ridiculous. Like, beyond ridiculous. Like, I found my Drew McIntyre shirt. And I'll probably wind up wearing it. But it's the point that he is a great wrestler. If they would make him, and I know it's going to sound really bad, but if they would make him more of the Gunther level, to where you're just a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Don't go in there, try to cheat, attack people. I know Gunther attacks, but even then you feel like there's somewhat of a reasoning behind it. I mean, it might not always be the best, but like with the Jay.
Yeah.
You know, he basically said, okay, if you do this, I'm going to put you through hell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't like him going in there and starting something with Jay and then telling him, you know, when I lose, I'm still going to attack you because I'm a little bitch.
Yeah.
And that's basically what Drew is doing right now.
Yeah, and once again, like, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't, you know.
I don't think it's helping him as a heel. I don't think it's helping him as a face.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I know he's not a face, but you get what I'm saying. It's not helping him on either side.
Yeah, I mean, he's already, like, as far down that heel rabbit hole as you can go without just...
I'm going to say no.
I mean in the sense of...
For him, maybe.
Yeah, like...
Because I think New Day has hit that ultimate low.
Oh, yeah.
They are like the super heels right now.
Mm-hmm.
And probably KO, but...
No.
Not near as bad as Dom. Not near as bad as Uso, or not Uso, but New Day is like that bottom. Like
oh yeah, just bottom of the barrel.
They are scraping that heel barrel.
Yep. No, they're not even scraping the bottom of the barrel. They have drilled through it into the earth. They're all the way in China now. Anyway, so Solo confronts Jacob,
and this was beautiful.
Yeah, and he says, you know, what happened last week? That was an accident. Jacob responds, oh, I know. But if it wasn't, you wouldn't be standing here right now.
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Because, and also, he, like, touches me. It's like, just know that I love you, Jacob.
Yeah. That right there, that's why I love you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, it gets to this whole thing. It's like, we know, and everybody's talking about it. And will it be a Mania match? Will it be after Mania? Will it be like whatever the pay-per-view is after? I think it's like...
Isn't it Money in the Bank?
No, I forget. But anyway, could it be an after Mania match? But we're getting a Solo versus Jacob.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, Jacob, Solo's like, you know, I'll be at ringside tonight for you and Tama. And Jacob's like, no.
We've done our job.
Yeah, me and Tom have been running this thing for weeks now since you've been gone. Tonight, it's me and you.
Yeah, I was like, again. And that's the thing. And you know, I'm gonna say this, and I haven't said this really to you guys at all. But if this path keeps going, and maybe this is me being half stupid in my brain.
But stupid?
No, just listen. Hopefully you guys are on board with this. If we're gonna have a bloodline, I want him running it. And here, I know we don't need a bloodline, but hear my point. He's in there. He's doing the grunt work. He's doing the heavy lifting. Jacob is what we need. Hold on. What we need, if you're going to have a tribal chief, if you're going to have a bloodline tribal chief, leader, one that we can get behind, and I want Jacob to stay exactly how he is now.
I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to disagree for one simple reason. Solo was already doing that. The bloodline is just inherent. We don't...
No, I understand what you're saying. Go ahead.
The bloodline is just inherently flawed. It doesn't need to exist anymore. We had the 3 years.
I'm not saying bloodline. I know that's what I said.
I get what you're saying.
But if we're going to have even a leader of like this faction, because now there's talk that Zillow Zilla Fatu is talking about signing with WWE. They're like heavy in talks with him, which I do not even have in our list, so we can bring it up now. That's kind of something that everybody's been bringing up, especially with this. That they're wanting to bring Zilla Fatu in to join this whole like family group dynamics thing that they've got going on between the Usos and Jacob and Solo and Roman and the Inoue family has always been a part of WWE.
Yeah,
So I mean, to bring him in does not mean that he's going to even work with them. I'm
hope
sure
he doesn't.
I'm sure it will wind up being a storyline somewhere, but the point of the matter is they are still in like heavy talks with him.
Yeah.
And I think that needs to be, if we're going to continue down that road, we don't need to call it the bloodline. It just needs to be Jacob in charge of like this faction because they've had factions for a long time.
Yeah, factions aren't a problem, but here's the thing: you want my opinion on the matter? Fuck all that. Fuck no. Solo, piss off. Tama, maybe him and Jacob could still be a tag team simply because Tonga is out, or the which
Tangaloa.
Tongaloa, yeah.
Whatever. Their names are too similar for me to.
Yeah. But like I said, just fuck all of this. Solo, piss off. Go do your like right now. The OG bloodline. Jay is doing his own thing. Jimmy's doing his own thing. Sammy's doing his own thing. Fuck all this bloodline.
Where's Roman?
I don't give a fuck about Roman. Roman could disappear. He's already disappeared. He could never come back, and I wouldn't give a damn. Mm-hmm. He's not worth a piss anymore. And you can agree or disagree with me, but it's just true.
I'm gonna say you're wrong.
Anyway, Solo, piss off. You know, Tama, he's a grunt. I hate to say that, but like, he's a grunt. He's there to beat people up, and I know that's what they're all there to do. But you get the point. He's a grunt. If him and Jacob want to stay together, cool. But I honestly want to see what Jacob can do on his own.
I think we're going to get that.
Because I honestly feel like they're just holding him back. Solo, Tama, the whole bloodline business. Fuck getting the WWE Championship back for your family. Get that WWE Championship for you. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway,
I will let you take this because this is a whole train wreck. I only tried to put in what I thought needed to be like highlighted, but you can go ahead because that truth hurts my brain.
Truth is a genius.
Truth hurts my brain sometimes.
But no, he goes up to Carmelo. I don't remember exactly how it goes.
He goes up to Carmelo and he's like, "We got a
tag team match tonight."
And he's like, "Who decided this? I didn't say this."
Him. And Carmelo was like, "No, I didn't sign anything." And R-Truth was like, "No, him." And pointing, and the Miz comes up. The Miz comes up behind him, and he's like, "Yeah, we're Mellow Don't Miz. Mellow Don't Miz." Which is it's a great but also a terrible tag team name.
But you had the Awesome Truth.
Yeah, oh, that was a great. And this is backstage like before like way back when or whatever.
Earlier tonight is what it said.
Yeah, earlier tonight, and R-Truth is and it I can't do it justice with words. If you haven't seen it, I don't know where the fuck you're watching this to begin with, but go back, watch it. It's beautiful. R-Truth is just. We say Miz is gold on that mic, and I know R-Truth doesn't actually get on the mic very often, but
when it comes to the backstage comedy, whatever,
nobody can touch him.
He is the comic relief of the show.
Exactly.
And the thing, what was so funny,
and he says, "Yeah, I got a tag team partner for tonight." And he's from, Louisiana.
He's a Louisiana legend. And I would be honest with you. All three of us were sitting there like, Tafari even looked it up.
Yeah, we Googled, what WWE wrestlers are from Louisiana. We're going through the whole list no, that doesn't sound right. No, that doesn't sound right. And
little did we know that we were the biggest idiots.
No, you even made a comment he's probably not even from Louisiana.
I did. And I was but I don't know who he would bring up. Although, everybody should have seen it.
Yeah. We go out, Miz, Carmelo come out, R-Truth comes out, and
then he's like, and now from right here in Louisiana
Knight! And it's LA Knight who comes out.
And he's arguing with him. He's like, I'm not from Louisiana. I'm from Los Angeles. He's like, it's okay. And
Louisiana.
And he's putting the beads on him, and he's dialing him up in all this, New Orleans beer.
And Wade Barrett is just ripping him a new one. This guy is an idiot. He has to be doing this on purpose.
And, the other guy.
remember. Jesse Ventura?
No, not Jesse Ventura. Joe.
Oh.
Tessitoni or how
Yeah,
you say
yeah.
it. He's like, he's lovable. Everybody loves him. No, he needs to be locked up in an asylum. And, you know, as much as I agree with that,
I think he would drive the inmates insane.
Yes.
Truth is beautiful.
He's beautiful.
I freaking love Truth. And I didn't catch it. I guess it was when I went to the bathroom or something. But, first off, we have the match. And, you know...
Halfway... and honestly, it was a pretty... Like, it was a good match.
It was about halfway through. Miz, or Truth, tags Miz and gets over on Miz's side. And it's like, look at him. And Miz is like, I'm not your partner.
And, you know, Barrett's like, well, he was part of the Awesome Truth at one point. It was
and then I didn't catch this. I had to find this up on social media. People were talking about it. And maybe you guys caught it. Maybe I went to the restroom or something. I don't know. But he did the whole John Cena thing. Mm-hmm. And then Miz drops, or not Miz, but Truth drops to the ground and starts counting 1, 2, 3. Not even pinning Mello.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, not even pinned Mello.
That was honestly probably during a commercial break. No one, no, you know just as much as we do.
But Mel like kicks out and he looks around and he's like, and Truth stands up and everyone's like, Little Jimmy for the pin, and it was just. But again, it's Truth in his magical moments. And you just sit there and go,
what?
What
are you doing, bro? Oh, I love it. I love it so much. But yeah. Unfortunately, like I said, like we said before, last time when he was with LA Knight and Damian Priest, they would make a phenomenal tag team because they were working so well together until LA Knight is out
because
by ringside, and then Shinsuke Nakamura comes out from the crowd and he hits him. I don't remember what exactly he does, but he bonks him upside the head. LA Knight falls, and then Carmelo and Miz tag team. R-Truth in the ring. They get the 3 count.
And you know what? I don't know if you really caught it, but I noticed it. They were fighting over, like, being in front of the crowd. Like, they were almost like...
Oh, Carmelo and Miz?
Yeah, kind of pushing each other out of the way to be like, I won, I'm the top, I did it.
Come on.
You know?
Come on.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Both their egos could not contain being tag team.
Come on, baby.
No.
Come on, let's go.
Don't.
There you go. But yeah, honestly, great match. R-Truth is just solid gold in every sense of the word. He's a national treasure. Like
he's not a great wrestler, like you said. B-, right around that area. He's good, but not near the best. But when it comes to like his antics,
well, with it, bro, like I said, you get him in a solid tag team with LA Knight, and you get those two working together. Nobody's touching him.
I love that he went over and tagged Miz. I about lost my shit with that. Because Miz has this most confused look. Because Truth legit and crawls between the ropes and hang on the rope like not a care in the world. He's like, and Miz is like, "That's your partner."
And you know, like we said, it probably wasn't even scripted. He probably.
That's the thing. They talk about how he does these things that are just completely random.
I would not be surprised if that was 100% unscripted and he just did that. Cause the look of confusion was so genuine.
It was. Miz was like, what?
It's so good.
And like we said before, Truth is solid, man. He is golden. when it comes to all the little...
Goofy.
You never know what to
You
expect.
never know what the hell
when
is
truth shows up, stop everything because you're in for a ride.
Yeah, all expectations are out the window.
You're in for a ride when it comes to truth. Never know if you're going to take a left, a right, straight up, or straight down.
Or, zigzag, yeah, you can go anywhere. It's beautiful. But then we have a Selena, what's her last?
Selena Vega
Selena, that's what I
promo.
thought.
And she's
Selena
basically just like, everyone underestimates me
because of
I'm
my size. It was a pretty good promo.
It was.
It wasn't too.
and
too crazy.
everybody seems to forget that I was the first ever Queen of the Ring. So yeah, I mean, it boiled down to, I think they're planning for a big push for her.
Yeah, I can see that.
Then we. I think that was like, I don't know. Anyway,
signing crowd with John Cena's face saying
yes, there was a sign in the crowd during this match that said,
"Just show up."
Just show up with John Cena's face.
Yeah, people aren't too happy with him right now, understandably.
So yeah, I mean that's a whole.
But yeah, then you have Tiffy coming down to the ring, saying, if last week I had Nia Jax beat, if it wasn't for Candice LeRae, I would have, beat her up. I would have whooped her essentially. Yeah. And then Charlotte.
Well, then Nia comes out and is like, I don't need Candice to beat you.
Yeah, it's cute that you think
that I need Candice.
Yeah, that you were gonna beat me, yada yada.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's cute that you think you're going to make it to WrestleMania, because Candice has a match tonight, but I think we're just going to beat you up. It's basically what it boiled down to.
Yeah.
And then the ref gets in the ring, and she's like, no, y'all need to chill the fuck out.
And then we had the Tiffany versus Candice, and like right when it was starting, Charlotte walks down, sits down by the announcers.
The commentator's desk, yeah.
So I mean that was okay, but
yeah, she starts basically yapping like, oh, and Corey is just
I'm not the top girl, I'm the top woman in this division.
Yeah, I'm the top woman in this division. Yeah.
Like I said, I like Charlotte. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a phenomenal wrestler for everything she's done, but
I just want to see her as a face.
Whoa, hey, we got some applause with that.
Woo! Let's go, baby! That's what I'm talking about!
Anyway, it boils down to this. That I do not want a Charlotte heel. No. And the thing is, they brought Tiffy out being cutesy and all this stuff, which I liked the Tiffy we had.
The middle card.
Yeah, kind of playing that card to where I don't need you guys. I have me. That whole...
Yeah. Not heel, not complete douchebag, but not babyface either.
Yeah.
It was working great. But now that you're ever going up against Charlotte and Nia, it's a bunch of bullshit. Anyway.
We have to make her the great face. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. Tiffy wins the match. She pins Candice, and then Nia jumps in the ring and starts attacking Tiffy, which, again, Stevie Wonder could have freaking seen that coming.
Yeah.
And then Tiffy's getting beat up pretty good.
Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus shows up. Trish Stratus shows up. She takes them both out, but then they both take both of them out. Yeah. And then
they walk out.
Not Naomi.
Charlotte.
Nia pulls him into the corner.
And
it does the Annihilator on both of them.
And then after they leave, Charlotte gets into the ring, crouches down in front of
for the second week and everybody's talking about second week in a row, Tiffy's been on the ground when Charlotte shows up, which people are again talking that maybe Charlotte doesn't win.
I fucking hope so, genuinely. Like, don't get me wrong. Charlotte is a phenomenal wrestler.
because Tiffy, every time she comes in the ring, Tiffy's out.
But she, maybe this is gonna sound bad. She just got back here. She shouldn't be winning the title already.
No.
But they always want the title on Charlotte.
Too fucking bad, Miss Priss. I'm sorry. You just got back. You can fucking wait.
I agree.
And like I said, I think Tiffy... We saw last week. Like, Tiffy was genuinely going to beat Nia Jax. You know, Nia's been like, oh no, hey, blah, 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 whatever the fuck bullshit she says. I don't listen to half the shit that comes out of her mouth. But she was going to beat Nia Jax, fair and square, until Candice got involved.
Yep.
I think she has the potential to beat Charlotte. Fair and square.
Yep.
No bullshit, no nothing.
But what I'm saying is that second week in a row, she's stood over Tiffy while Tiffy's laying there beat up by somebody else, Nia Jax.
Yeah.
But point being...
And pointed to the WrestleMania sign.
And pointed to the WrestleMania sign. So, I mean, here's the thing. And again, this is something that people are bringing up. They're pushing Charlotte, and I know it's going to sound really bad, but hopefully you guys kind of understand where I'm at. They're pushing Charlotte too far. They're pushing her too hard. And I understand that everything's saying she's winning.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to this a little bit later down the road, too. Everybody was saying John Cena was winning Rumble.
Yeah.
Everybody. From the top to the bottom.
Yep.
To everybody out there. And I'm not saying we were 100% right. By no stretch did any of us call Jay.
No, I don't think anybody was
But
betting on Jay.
I think the three of us here legit did not want John Cena to win.
Yeah. Just
No.
We were on that, like,
He's
I don't
already
care who it is.
fucking-
I don't care who. It could be freaking
The Easter Bunny.
Jordan Grace entering the men's Royal Rumble and
That
beat.
is fucking
But
hilarious.
I'm making a point. It
Yeah.
could have been anybody but
John Cena.
John Cena, and we would have been fine.
And yet we were so,
Exactly.
like I said, you know, we were
When it came
so-
down to Jay and John Cena in the Royal Rumble, you were
Yep.
typing the eliminations, and you typed in
Yeah.
John Cena wins.
And then I had to erase it.
And then you had to race it. Everybody knew John Cena was winning the Rumble. And I hope to hell at Mania Tiffy wins this. Because I think Tiffy needs this.
I think she deserves it.
I think she does too.
She is another one, and I know she's not near the ranks, but if you look up her statistics, like we did before,
Mm-hmm.
she has dominated every division she's been in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The only reason that she's been so underestimated so far in WWE is because she was Nia's lapdog for so long, and then when she finally beat Nia Jax, it was with the Money in the Bank briefcase. But now, like we said before, I want to see what she can actually do on her own.
Yep,
And
I
that's what
agree.
we're getting.
Exactly.
And I think she 100% has the potential to beat Charlotte. 100% fair, no BS, no bullshit. That's the same thing, but shut up.
Exactly.
You're fine. But, and then Cody is seen backstage and Priest and him kind of having a talk.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not in the match tonight, so good luck out there.
Yeah, and Priest says, I'm man enough to say this, and I respect you enough that after I win Elimination Chamber, I'm coming for your title. And Cody responds, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. And then Strowman shows up and is talking to Priest, and, he's like, we had a good match last week,
But if it wasn't for
Solo,
I would have won it. And he's like, hey, man, it is what it is,
it's water under the bridge, man.
Yeah, I beat you to the punch. It's that simple. And, but tonight we're handling business. And they did.
And, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you had that, and then you had the Alexa promo, which, again, I took a lot of this actually from what she said, but I changed enough of it to hopefully it won't be. But this is how she basically said it. When I look around, I see the place is still the same. Names and faces are different, but the desperation and insecurities remain, making this into something of a playground of my own. And I know the chamber. I love the chamber. I've won in the chamber. This is my division, and I'm in charge.
Fair Fox?
And it was during this that a tweet, she sent out a tweet either right before this, as in like SmackDown, or right after SmackDown. This, and actually during this, I believe they showed it. On the promo, there's a flash on the screen that says "I am in charge," which is referring back, and I think I've got it in the.
Yeah, I saw like multiple glitches and
Everybody's saying that she is. We're going to discover, and this is again people talking, that Howdy was never to be in charge of the Wyatts. It was always Alexa.
That makes sense. I mean, she was involved in the Wyatts beforehand. And, like, the sort of second in command, so it makes sense.
And that the whole playground, we're hopefully going to, like, after Elimination Chamber, go back to not the Firefly Funhouse, but we're going to go back to the, once in a while, how we got the Alexa's Playground, we're going to go back to Alexa's Playground. And that's where the Wyatts are all going to be, like, gathered around talking, is on Alexa's Playground.
That'd be pretty cool. I am very excited to see her in the Elimination Chamber. She's going to fuck some bitches up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she's going to win, unfortunately.
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh, I bet she does.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But then you had the supposed Naomi and Liv match. And there was, again, a tweet sent out, which I did not put in here. I don't know where it was, if it was before or after, but you had a tweet that was sent out of Liv and Raquel under the ring. Yeah. Because when they attacked them, they came out from under the ring, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, they attacked them, and they attacked Bianca and Naomi.
Yeah, before the match even started. Which the rumor was we were never going to get that match because they had to cut that match in order to put The Rock in. Who could have fucking guessed that?
And we're going to get to that again later. Not even with The Rock situation. We're going to get to that later, and I think you two are going to agree with what some of the talk is and what they're complaining about. But we'll get to that.
But yeah, then Rock shows up in his truck, and it's like 30 seconds of literally just him pulling up in the truck, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing impressive. Like,
but then we had, the...
Nick kicking, and he's backstage with Liv and
they're
Raquel.
Giggling and laughing about what they did.
I don't know what you're used to on Raw, but you're not getting away with that shit in my show. Get the hell out of my arena. And they're giggling, and I fucking hate them so much. Cocky little bitches.
But then you had, and I'm gonna take over with this one a little bit, because simply, like, it's long and drawn out, but it's a lot of, like, what people broke down on what The Rock was kind of trying to say in all this. But he announced that WrestleMania 42 will be in New Orleans. He started off kind of doing the whole singing, the Saints go marching in. And this is where things got really weird. Like, he gets, like, halfway through the song and then's like, shut up! The Rock is singing this.
Yeah, it's not a sing. And this, like, continues throughout the entire thing.
He kept...
Yeah, he's like Wanda in the second Doctor Strange movie. Just... heel, face, heel, face, heel, face, heel, face, heel, face.
And this was the start of it.
Yeah.
And then, he's like, he goes and he finishes the song. He's like, that was a beautiful duet, guys. So again, we're flipping back to the face. And he's like, that was absolutely beautiful. You guys should give a round of yourself applause, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then, again, he flips to the heel like instant.
All STD-ridden trailer trash.
And it's like...
It was nonsense. It was a complete waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so... we were sitting there like legit like, is he a heel? And then it's like, is he a fake? What's going on?
Yeah.
Pick a lane. Like, I love the middle cards, okay? Don't get me wrong.
That's not the middle card.
That's not the middle card. That's like...
No, you have heel, face, middle card, and The Rock was going...
like some drunk guy on the highway.
Yeah, really. Like...
way overcorrecting. Like, he didn't know if he wanted to be a heel, if he wanted to be a face, if he wanted to play the middle road.
He just wanted to do it all at once, because, like I've said, he's The Rock. Anyway.
But he calls Cody to the ring, and he basically, there's a lot more involved in this. Like, to sit here and the ramblings that he had going on with that.
He was like, you know, we become great friends over the...
Well, I'm going to get to that, but I'm saying it was a rambling. Like,
here's the thing, guys. Once again, if you haven't watched Raw, I don't know why the hell you're watching this.
Smackdown.
Smackdown, yeah, I don't know why you're watching this, but it was like 25, 30 minutes of uninterrupted television. We never get that in WWE.
But again, like I said, it was more or less this nonsensical rambling with The Rock. Like, he kept changing lanes. Like,
yeah.
But anyway, here's what people pretty much broke down on what they think he was kind of trying to say.
Mm.
Cody, you're a great champion. And I'm in charge of the WWE now. And on the board. We've gotten very close, like brothers. Our mothers have become friends. We've been to each other's houses. We went to Moana 2 premiere together. I can give you anything. Your family anything. Your future family anything. You'll be set for life. All you need to do is become my champion. You've got questions as to what that means. I can't be here all the time. I need someone that's going to do the work I need done. Someone that's going to do the things and get them done when I'm not around. There's people that don't belong here. And there's people that don't need to really be here. What I really need is someone to be here just to help me. I want you to work with me. I want you to do the work I can't, but would if I was here.
A fucking waste of time. I'm sorry. It was a complete waste of fucking time.
But the point I'm saying is, that took me, maybe 2 minutes to read? It took us 20 minutes to get to this whole...
Yeah, like I said, 20, 25, 30 minutes of uninterrupted SmackDown. Have you ever seen SmackDown go that long without a commercial break? I don't think so. And then, like you said, we had to have the Liv and Raquel match cut. We had to have Cody cut from the main event. The main event, you wonder how long the main event was? 13 minutes. You wonder how many commercials we had during it? 3!
Again, let's go back to this. We do have quite a bit to get through. But he puts his hand on Cody, namely on the title, because that's what messed everything up. He's like, I need you to do this, Cody.
Yeah,
I need this. And he puts his hand on the title, and he's like, so you want my title? And he's like, no. I want this. And he touches his heart. And he's like, and I thought for sure he was going to go, I need your heart, blah, blah, blah. But no, he said the most evil, and a lot of people are saying the true Disney villain.
Yeah, like I genuinely thought they were just trying to make him the fucking devil. Like, I want your soul. What?
Yeah.
What does that even fucking mean?
And that's everybody all over X, all over Facebook, all over all social media was like, what does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean? Why are you trying to be a Disney villain? God.
What I want from you is your soul. Or we have Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat. Your soul is mine.
Really? Like
I mean, come on.
It
was just, like I said, The Rock was that drunk guy on the highway.
Like I said.
And I don't promote drinking, okay? Don't get me wrong. But we all have seen the movies. We all know the stories.
Like I said, time and time again, The Rock, he just wants to eat up screen time. That's it. Like we said. Mm-hmm. He was out there 20, 30 minutes. Cody talked for maybe a minute throughout the entire time. That entire interaction. He had maybe a minute of dialogue.
And then at the end of all this, after he says he wants his soul, he looks at The Rock and goes, or looks at Cody and is like, I know you're not going to make this decision now. So I'll give you time. I'll be at Elimination Chamber. I need your answer.
Yeah, to eat up more screen time at Elimination Chamber. I'm sorry. It's fucking stupid. It's a complete waste of everybody's time. We did not need this. If you wanted to do this, you could have done it in 5 minutes. But no.
Well, how long did it take me to read the basic gist of what everybody thinks?
A minute and a half, maybe.
Okay. So, let's go to the possibilities here.
Ugh.
Does Cody accept the offer and potentially turn heel? Or does Cody stay a face? And before you jump down this road, Knight Rider, same thing. Before you jump down this road, I want you to think about this. If Elimination Chamber happens, John Cena wins Elimination Chamber. Let's just hear this out a second. If John Cena wins Elimination Chamber, you have two faces going head to head at Mania for the championship. So,
I'm just gonna hope
we
that
either have to have Cody turn heel or John Cena turn heel, which again, I personally would absolutely love. But do you really want John Cena booed his last year as a wrestler?
No, probably not.
And I mean, you can take this as looking at it professionally. Do you really want to end John Cena's legacy? If that's what we're calling it. Like I said, we're going WWE, promoter, process, whatever. Do you want to end John Cena's legacy as being booed?
No, but also, like, out of all of the ways to make Cody Rhodes a heel, this has got to be the stupidest fucking way I've ever... Like, really? We had to bring the... I'm sorry. I think this is beyond idiotic. It is a complete waste of time, a waste of space. The Rock does not need to be... My opinion, The Rock doesn't need to be in WWE. You're up on the board, you're making the decisions, cool, whatever. You're filming Moana 2 and Red Wand. Go do all of those things. Leave WWE alone.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump to that right now. It's in the rumors and stories and stuff too. But you know what he's doing after Elimination Chamber, which means he probably is not going to be at Mania, and if he is, it's more going to be an authority figure. He is getting ready to film a Martin Scorsese film, and you're ready for this? Guess what he's playing? Hold on. You get ready for this? A crime boss.
I'm so shocked. The Rock playing a big tough dude? Who could have seen that coming? Ah. Anyway,
but like I said, then you had DIY. They asked for a moment of silence for Pretty Deadly.
And then Pretty Deadly comes
and
out
like instantaneous, like Pretty Deadly music hits, they come down the ring.
And they beat their ass.
They were doing really
like
good.
They knock him out of the ring before the match even starts. Match starts. It's back and forth. It's a great match.
Pretty Deadly is holding up, man. Like they are making them look like legit. I'm not gonna say faces because they are, but they're making them look like a legit good tag team, which we've never truly seen.
Yeah.
And I did notice a lot of people in the ring, or not in the ring, in the arena. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you noticed it. They didn't point it out, but there was like 2 signs of like Pretty Deadly for the win. There was Pretty Deadly the musical GoFundMe. I mean, there was a lot of like Pretty Deadly.
Yeah, like we've said, you know, Pretty Deadly is they're obviously the faces in this exchange. Like it's not even a question at this point. But they are, like we said, they are coming up in the tag team division because they've been the grunts, they've been the laughing stock for so long. You know, handing out flyers to their musicals, doing this and that, being cronies for DIY, and now they beat DIY last week fair and square. And then this week, they were gonna beat DIY until
and then
the
you had the
Street
Street Profit Shop, which this has just gotten so ridiculous, and I'm really upset. And I know we talk about Adam a lot, but Nick needs to address this.
Oh yeah, he's going to. Like I said,
this has become such an issue.
Yep.
Like I said,
then you had. Well, go ahead.
Like I said, well, we can continue. They come out, they attack Pretty Deadly, which caused a disqualification. So
no, it wound up being a no contest again. Is what the official.
Good.
It was another no contest.
Good. I really like that they've started doing that. With instead of it's, oh, they win by DQ. No. It's no contest. I really like that. Because that, you know, so that way you don't have a loss on your record because some random dude decided to show up and attack the person you were fighting. Anyway, they come out, they attack Pretty Deadly, they attack DIY, and then Motor City Machine Guns come out, and they get whooped.
So, you know, I just think Nick needs to call it, and I'm not saying Elimination Chamber, maybe make it a Mania. I mean, I don't want it to wait that long.
Yeah, I feel like that's too long of a wait. It's either going to be this coming up week or at Elimination Chamber. It's going to be a triple threat. Or a fatal four-way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, though, I don't think the Motor City Machine Guns needs to be in. I know they're probably going to be because they came out and they got beat up, whatever. Actually, technically, yeah. Because they did get cheated out of their last. So, yeah. It'll be a fatal four-way between DIY, Pretty Deadly, Street Profits, and Motor City Machine Guns. Probably that seems like an Elimination Chamber to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More so
but then you had KO.
Oh God, yeah, this
was so insane. And here again, I'm gonna take this a complete right, left turn, whatever it is. Maybe not the rock hole steering thing, but we're gonna take this as you have to understand two things. One, WWE was 100 million% scripted.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. What happened? Everybody knew what was going on. But let's get into this first. Then I'll get to my second one. KO is outside Sammy's house, telling him how he'll never forgive him for what he's having
what he's forcing him to do
is to hurt him and hurt his friends and his family because he cares about them and this whole spiel.
Because he's like, you know, Sammy, you said you're going to end my career, which would hurt my family, by the way. And then he changes the camera away from him, showing Sammy in his house with his wife and his daughter. And he's like, but what about you? Or his son?
I think
his wife and his child. I don't know for sure, but he points the camera in the house towards Sami Zayn. He's like, "What about your family, though? After I end your career, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna look them in the face when all these nice things, this house, you know, their food, their shelter, their safety are all stripped away from them?
I've been to your house, and I've
Yeah.
met your wife, I've met your kid. And
How many
it's
kids
like,
does Sami Zayn have?
I,
Fair enough question.
but and then
One.
one son. It looked like a son. Yeah.
But,
But and then he's like, just know that I'll never forgive you for having to hurt you.
yeah, for what you're making me do.
And it's
This
like-
is your fault.
It's like, how is it his fault that you attacked him, and now he wants an unsanctioned match with you? I'm completely lost. Like you, and I'm gonna call you out on this. You were okay with KO with the title thing and all this. So how do you feel?
No,
like
this is just bullshit.
this whole road he's now taking, and why is he attacking
Because
Sammy?
here's the thing.
Why is he attacking Sammy?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. After KO attacked Sammy, he called Sammy out and said, medically cleared or not, match or no match, meet me in Toronto. So obviously, Sami Zayn comes out and is like, I want this match sanctioned or whatnot, whatever. It would have been a different story. It really wouldn't have been a different story, but it would have been a different scenario if, he attacks Sami Zayn and then completely disappears, and then Sami comes out and is like, "No, I want this match." It would have been the same, but it would have been.
But he's really only calling him out to even start because he didn't come out and help him beat Cody.
Yeah, I 100%. Once again, that's complete bullshit. I'm saying, once again, I don't agree with Kevin Owens. He in this sense, he's completely in the wrong. 100%. The only reason I agreed with the championship thing is because he did win the championship. Whether it wasn't counted because the referee got knocked out. He beat Cody Rhodes. 1, 2, 3. Everybody saw it. You cannot argue that. It happened. You can go and watch it. This is bullshit. He's out of his fucking mind. He's lost his gourd. I don't know if he ever had one to begin with, but you get the point. That probably got beaten out of him, 3 years ago with the bloodline. But anyway, after that,
Then we get to the Priest, Braun Strowman, Jacob, and Solo match.
which was a great fucking.
It really was. It was pretty good.
It only lasted 13 minutes because anyway, I'm not getting back into that.
But then you had the screw up or the accident.
Oh yeah, they were going back and forth. I believe it was Priest. No,
Yeah.
Was it Priest in the ring?
Mm-hmm.
It was Priest in the ring, and Jacob goes for a super kick. Priest moves out of the way, and Jacob kicks the ever-living shit out of Solo. Solo falls back he's on the middle rope like.
He was looking at the stars.
Yeah.
And the little Tweety birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was beautiful. And then Priest kicks.
Pulled him more towards the middle.
Well, no, I'm saying he pushes Jacob out of the ring. Braun is already outside, got knocked down before. Runs around, knocks out Jacob and Tamatonga, and then Priest hits Solo Sikoa with the Salt to Heaven. 1, 2, 3. Match is over.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's how we ended.
And that's how we ended.
It was a
That's all, folks.
But I'm gonna get into a little bit of the after show because there is some little highlight.
Yeah.
The first time ever we'd had an after show on YouTube because Lord knows The Rock has to have more time.
yeah, no fucking kidding.
Anyway, so we got a little bit of the after show press conference, just some little things that he had brought up that I thought were kind of interesting. He talks about the Rolodex he's wearing, which I did not know. I'm sure it's been out there before, but we really didn't cover it on here because we really weren't doing it during like last WrestleMania.
Yeah, I wasn't even watching WWE last WrestleMania, so.
Well, I think you were. You're just kind of more off and on. But anyway, he talks about the Rolodex on his wrist.
You mean the Rolex?
Yeah, the Rolodex.
I was like, what is a Rolodex?
a Rolodex is. Never mind. You're young, too young to know what a Rolodex is. Anyway, I'm showing my age with that one. A Rolex on his wrist, and says that 5 hours before the match at Mania last year, Cody had 4 engraved with like the WrestleMania and the main event match. Seth got 1, Roman got 1, Rock got 1, and of course Cody got 1. Because again, it falls back to they're all really good friends.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I want to bring that up with the whole Kevin Owens and Sammy thing.
So it's a fancy.
It's a fancy watch.
I'm sorry. This is one of those things that I know what it is, but I fucking hate shit like this.
But
Why?
anyway, let's go down this road. And again, like getting to this, that they're all really good friends. Because why are you gonna buy a watch if you're not already friends with Roman? You're not already friends with Seth.
Yeah, like
You're not
they're
already
all
friends with
they're
the-
all friends backstage. That's not
But let's go back to the Sammy thing and KO. They probably had dinner together at the house. Was sitting there
Yeah.
like, yo, bro, hey man, what's up?
yeah, like he probably got done recording that video, turned off the camera, went inside. You know, they chit chatted for a few hours.
Yeah,
played
watched
some-
a movie, played a video
Yeah.
game, you know, whatever. I mean, come on. This isn't... And he's probably like, hey, what do you think? Think I ought to go out and film it again? Watch.
Yeah, really.
No, I mean, I think we need to do it again. Just kind of like...
Be a bit more aggressive. Let me, you know, I felt a little, stiff during that. I need to seem a bit more casual.
Yeah.
About it. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, they probably had dinner together, played some video games, you know, that... Because, like I said, they have been friends since they were, like, in grade schools together.
Yeah.
So they're... this storyline BS isn't what's going to tear them apart.
No, it's acting.
No,
They're
exactly.
playing a part, and they're doing it phenomenally.
But The Rock did make a comment. I thought this was kind of interesting. And this again goes to something we have brought up several times. Kind of. That I think with two characters that are very popular, you don't have to have a compelling match. Cody and him loved the bit they did. And even after they got done with their segment, whatever, they went to the back and drank some tequilas together, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, again, it's that friend moment, like, hey, we're cool, there's nothing brought up, it's story.
Yeah, they're actors. It's a workplace. They're going in, they're doing their 9 to 5s. They don't work that much, but you get the point.
And then you had The Rock talking about kind of his, I think this might even been in a tweet, or I think they're still calling them tweets. I don't know, whatever. The Rock said he loves his relationship with Triple H, because there's been a lot of talk over the past couple months that Rock doesn't like Triple H, he wants him out, he wants to take over creativity and all that, and this is why I put this in here. The Rock talks about his relationship with Triple H, and how Triple H loves the business, how he knows him for a long time, and he does a great job, and he can present him with something, they'll chop it up and make it something better. Nick is the same way, Nick Khan, which is like the other guy, like directly
Involved in the story making. Yeah.
So, and then he kind of said something, or they've kind of been talking about something too, and I don't know who actually brought this up, but they're wanting to make The Rock more of an on-screen authority figure. Knight Rider will kind of understand. The one to bring, like
the
McMahon,
Vince McMahon, the
it doesn't have to be every single week.
Yeah, like even Triple H used to be like an authority figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want him to be more of like, hey, we need you to come and make this big announcement. We need you to come and progress this story. Come in here and take these reins. And
See that the way it sounds, I don't have a problem with in the slightest. Coming out saying, next year, WrestleMania will be here in not Louisiana, New Orleans. What?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's great. You know, the big fireworks show afterwards. Great, phenomenal. It's the 20-minute bullshit after that I have a problem with, because you're just eating up screen time, flip-flopping back and forth. Like, if I don't have a problem, I don't have a problem with The Rock. He's probably a whatever fine dude. But for the love of God, man, please stop eating up other people's screen time.
When we have to cancel matches or cut matches.
For your bullshit. We don't need it. You stood around and talked about nonsense, flip-flopping back and forth between the Avengers and Doctor Doom for like 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Please, stay in one lane, come out, make your announcements, go the fuck home.
Exactly.
You're The Rock. You already have a bajillion dollars. You're already in 50 billion movies. You don't need to become more famous. Like you said, you have 500 million Instagram followers or whatever.
Yeah, he did bring that up. I didn't.
Good,
put that
it
in.
does, because it's fucking pointless. It means
Cody's here. The Rock is here, and he wants him to be here.
yeah, he wants Cody to be up. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Let Liv and Raquel and Bianca and Naomi have their match, please, for the love of God. But I think that's about it for this week, unless you have anything else.
I got rumors and stuff.
Oh, I didn't see them on there.
Well, they should be. I've got them on mine.
After that, I just saw the 1-1-1-1.
And well, it's after the 1-1-1-1-1-1.
Oh, well, the 1-1-1-1 is usually where we stop, so I didn't think there was anything after that.
Well, because I wanted a gap because there is a lot of rumors and stuff.
Okay.
But so here's the rundown. We got WrestleMania 42. There will be April 11th, Saturday, April 11th, and Sunday, April 12th, 2026, at Caesar Dome in New Orleans, Louisiana. We don't need to worry about the Alexa thing because we got kind of already brought it up. This I found really interesting. Austin Theory gets out of the car when they're like pulling into the arena before SmackDown, and this was posted on like his Instagram or X account, whatever it was, but social media. He gets out of the car to take pictures with some selfies with some random fans, whatever, waiting in the parking lot and whatever. Grayson Waller gets out, pushes him back into the car. Grayson Waller walks back around the car, gets back in the car. Austin Theory jumps out and is doing the whole posing with the fans. And the fans even posted that Austin Theory is a great guy. He's so friendly. He's always addressing the fans. Always willing to take a photo with them. Which has kind of always been his thing.
Yeah, that's the thing we've said, countless times.
Like it's a given.
Like, they're probably all, I'm not all of them, but 99% of these wrestlers are fine people. Whether they're playing douchebag McGee or babyface, they're just people. They're playing a part. They're doing their jobs.
But a lot of people are like, just turn him face already.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I see that road slowly weaving kind of. It's not as bad as The Rock's, but you see it kind of. Yeah. That road is rocking a little bit. Like that car is.
He's a little tipsy.
Yeah, he can't quite pick what lane, but. Yeah, there's the one with The Rock. Is in a Martin Scorsese film and be playing a relentless Hawaiian crime boss. Who could have guessed that, right?
I know, right?
Stevie Wonder could have seen that?
Pretty much. But anyway,
Exactly.
It's being reported there's frustration in the WWE women's locker room over booking over the division. The women want to be on a more even playing field with the men. Like we've said, NXT, the women are killing it. They have just as many matches, if not more, sometimes it feels like, than the men. And they kill it every single week.
And here's something people are asking. And I would legit be down for this. And I don't think they're trying to take them out. Like, the WWE is trying to figure out some way to help promote them. So, social media, again, has kind of thrown their ideas into the hat. is like give them their own show. And it's not taking them off of Raw or SmackDown, but giving them a show to where they can highlight even some under matches to lead up to some of the matches like on the bigger shows. Giving them something to where they have more of a... I understand, and I 100% agree with what you're going to say. We have NXT that is doing a great job of doing the middle. Why can't we do that on a 3-hour show when NXT is doing it? But I feel like my opinion on that is that Raw and SmackDown are so male dominated.
Change it.
That the women are getting lost in the shuffle.
Change it then. And I know that sounds like a simple answer. Just have more women's matches. But it really is that simple. Show what your women can do. The reason that the women on NXT are so dominant and so good is because they let them be dominant. They let them be good. They give them just as much screen time as the men. Whereas on Raw and SmackDown, it's more of like 70-30, 80-20 at the best of times, you know? And I feel like I get the idea of giving the women their own show, but if you do that, then I feel like Raw and SmackDown just become even more male-dominated, and then you start getting to the thing of like, oh, why don't the women have their own pay-per-views when it should...
We had one.
Yeah.
Years ago, we had one, and the women want that feeling back, that they have a purpose, is what they're getting at. And I think that a lot of like the main roster, especially, because I don't think this is NXT.
No, NXT, like we said, NXT's killing it.
I think the main roster, the women are feeling neglected, and I agree with that. We've talked about that on here.
Yep.
What if Darby Allin was?
I don't know who that is. I know.
He's AEW. You know,
I recognize the name. Hang on, I'm gonna have to look that up. So I recognize the name. I think.
Well, obviously they're not on there anymore, but I'll go ahead and answer it.
I feel like I know. Well, go ahead and answer. I'm just looking it up.
I don't know if Darby Allin would be necessarily a great fit for WWE's era that they're in now. Because I think he'd be better in TNA right now with like Jeff Hardy, because that's more of the stuff he does. Mm-hmm. He is more on that road. He does a lot of like the suicide dives and things like that. Mm-hmm. So, sorry if you're already off and I didn't get to your message and think I was ignoring you, but we were in mid-conversation. I didn't look at the screen.
Yeah, we were too busy chatting. Sorry about that. But
then it gets to where we at women. Okay.
WWE is considering changing the date of the Hall of Fame ceremony, but they're not sure exactly when it'll be.
Because here's the thing. The Hall of Fame ceremony is always Friday before Mania. Mm-hmm. After SmackDown. SmackDown is now a 3-hour show. Ends at 10 o'clock. Which means the 2 to 3 hours of the Hall of Fame goes well into midnight, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then they're having to get up now because NXT Stand and Deliver is at like noon. That's getting to the hotels. That's getting to bed. That's food, everything.
Yeah.
And then jumping straight into Mania night 1. Mm. It's this whole of like, we don't know where to quite fit it in yet.
I feel like...
And a lot of
I feel like you should put the Hall of Fame after WrestleMania.
But here's the thing. Everybody's already there for Mania. Mania is a big event.
Yeah.
They want it sometime that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And a lot of people are saying either do it Sunday during the day.
I feel like Monday during the day is probably going to be your best bet. But then again, I'm not.
It's a matter of when or where. But
they'll figure it out. That's not my job.
But just something I thought we kind of bring up, because we usually do, especially with the bigger matches. I've been finding this a lot lately, and people seem to really like this.
Mm-hmm. The betting odds.
Yeah, and I mean, we're not bettors by any stretch.
But it's just cool to see what people, like, professionals are, gambling their money on in WWE.
And I think that gives you kind of a scenario of kind of like where people's heads are at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cena's at -1,000, which, remember, the higher negative number is better. Positive is bad. It's weird like that. I don't fucking know how gambling works.
It basically means that, from what I'm understanding, that whatever this number is, like the negatives, you have to put 1,000 down in order to make 100. So you would have to put 1,000, and then the pluses, or like if you put 1,000, that's what you would make. If I'm understanding it right, they're doing it based on $1,000.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, obviously Cena's the favorite to win, with CM Punk being after that. And honestly, everybody after Punk is way far away. It's Seth
at 2,000,
Drew pretty close behind at 2,500, Priest at 3,300, and then thank fucking God, Logan at 4,000. It should be in the millions, but that's not gonna happen. But like you said here, Cena was also favored to win the Royal Rumble, and I bet people lost so much money on that.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
So like we've said, we hope John Cena doesn't win this. And like I said, I don't have a problem with John Cena, but the fact that he comes back and says, "Oh, I'm just in the Elimination Chamber," I don't give. Your 20 whatever years before this doesn't fucking matter. Exactly. Seth Rollins has been here for how many years? 15 probably. You don't see him just getting into the Elimination Chamber because he's famous or whatever. You don't see CM Punk getting into the Elimination Chamber. He had to qualify. Everybody else had to qualify. Everybody in the women's division had to qualify.
Unlike John Cena, he didn't have to do shit.
Yeah, so we really hope. I don't really. Yeah. Anyway.
The women's a lot closer.
Yeah.
You got Bianca at -300, and then Naomi at +450.
That makes sense, considering they're, like we said, they're a tag team. They're gonna clear everybody else out.
I fully see that.
Yeah.
I fully see that. Liv at +500.
Alexa at +600. Perez at +900. And I'm surprised they have Perez high. It makes sense.
There's a lot of people talking about that. And I'm gonna call this now. I might be 100% wrong, but if I was betting, I'm betting Perez. I'm calling it right here, right now, on this show, on this channel. Perez for the win. I'm not, by no means am I saying I want her to win. I like her. I think she'll do great in the main roster. But I would love to see Perez go up against Rhea.
That'd be a pretty good fight.
Because they are both so powerful. We've seen Bayley. Mm-hmm. We've seen... I could even see Alexa. But we've seen Liv how many freaking times now?
Yeah, I don't want that.
Bianca and Naomi. I don't see... the only reason I don't see maybe them finishing it off is because I think Elimination Chamber, and maybe again, I'm...
Jade Cargill coming back?
Yup. Maybe again, I'm calling something. I would even see at Mania or at Elimination Chamber something happening to Naomi and getting hurt.
Before the match. And
Jade walk up to Nick and be like, I want it. Like, fair enough. You were taken out of the tag titles. You were not given anything. Yep, go. This is your spot. And then, like, it gets down to her and Bianca, and
Bianca goes to shake her hand.
And be like,
Jade smacks the shit out of her.
Be like, no, this was you and that bitch or something, and just beat the living shit out of Bianca.
That'd be dope as hell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I said, I'm not saying I want it to happen. I hope. That's my own, how I would write that story.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if Jade is slated to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Because supposedly she was in the Performance Center and not medically cleared. But yet, she's trying to get back medically cleared. And I feel like they took her out of the Performance Center and had her go off somewhere else. Kind of like what they did with Alexa.
Yeah.
You know, like, she was training, and then suddenly nothing. And then, oh, well, everything's gone south. We don't know what's going on.
And then, boom, she's at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I feel like they've already been down this road.
Yeah.
Goldberg says he has one last match sometime this summer. Which, again, I'm in the same boat you are. I love Goldberg. But 80-year-old Goldberg... And I know he's not 80.
How old is he, though? That's a great question. How old is Goldberg? 58 years old. And don't get me wrong. He's probably in better shape at 58 years old than I have been in my entire life. But...
do we need 60-year-old Goldberg?
No.
In a ring...
And the truth of it is, he might still be in great shape for 58 years old, but he's 58 years old. Any match that he has, I don't care who it's against.
He's at legit risk for more injury.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and even if he doesn't get injured, the match itself, I feel like it's not gonna be worth his time. It's not gonna be worth the fans' time. It's just not. It's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be. I don't know.
Okay. The colognes. This is a little off subject, but I know that a lot of people are fans of them. But we're gonna get to the one I wanted to pick, or I'm happy about, and then we're gonna get into like the whole thing with these two, and what I've said over the past couple days. The colognes debuted on TNA. We are gonna start covering TNA probably in the next week or two, and I'll get to that in a second. Don't know if they're going with Primo and Epico, but they have officially signed with TNA.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Elijah, a.k.a. Elias, debuting in TNA and officially signing a TNA contract. So I just have one question for you. Who wants to walk with Elijah?
Hell yes.
So we are going to start watching TNA because I have always been a big Elias fan. And now that he's kind of become more of a face, I liked him heel or face. Like
He's a good person,
I
for real.
can't find my Elias shirt, or I was gonna wear it today. I was legit gonna wear it, but I cannot find it. Instead, I found two other shirts that I've been looking for, but that's irrelevant. All the way back in my drawer,
Yeah.
which I again am definitely gonna go through every drawer I possibly have. Hold on, I want you to read it. If you're reading what I think
I read it.
you're reading it on camera, so just back up.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan has officially signed a legend contract, which, again, he is a legend. We all know. And my dear Tafari, please read the next one.
Logan Paul has officially been banned from Egypt for life. What the fuck did he do in Egypt?
Supposedly, I'm not sure what he did. Maybe we could look it up.
I am.
But,
Wait, he's banned from Italy too?
Despite never having visited. Yeah.
There's no fucking way, man.
That was 2 days ago.
Banned from Egypt. Why? That Mr. Beast was heading to Egypt to explore the pyramid. That Paul and only Paul wasn't allowed. The Egyptian government said that you can't come, otherwise we can't come. What did you do? Oh, that's fucking hilarious. See, and you wonder why I say Logan Paul is so... He's never even been to Egypt, but the entire Egyptian government was like, no, fuck that guy. We don't want him here.
Well, I know there was talk of, what was it, Japan?
Oh, yeah.
That he wouldn't even step foot on, and he said he wasn't banned, which he might be, but he said that he is not on very good terms with the people in Japan, so he would...
No shit.
He will gracefully bow out of any tour to Japan that WWE does.
I wonder why.
And if you don't know, I'm not gonna, bring up it because I do not promote Logan Paul. We do not promote anything Logan Paul says or does. But if you know why he is not very well liked in Japan,
you know. Anyway.
Like I said, we don't try to bring up anything of Logan Paul. Don't even ask you to go look it up.
Carmella? I assume is that Carmella? Or
no,
Carmella
is no longer under WWE contract.
I recognize the name.
The one who always ran around with R-Truth. When he had the 24/7.
Yeah.
Now married to Corey Graves.
Where the fuck? I haven't seen her in a long...
And that's what she had some complications. And again, might be a little personal. But supposedly she had some really bad complications with her pregnancy, with her kid. I don't know if they ever officially
Who's she married to?
Corey.
Oh, I thought you said Michael Cole. I was like...
Corey.
That makes sense. Okay.
She's married to Corey Graves, and they supposedly have a kid. And so there was supposedly some complication with that, and it's taken her out. They don't know if she'll ever be back in wrestling. She's taken every wrestling WWE off of her social media pages.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All that stuff. So don't know if it's even in the process.
Probably, I would imagine not. At least not for a long time. But anyway, Evolve is being taped months in advance. The Performance Center. Isn't that like a big... Oh, no,
yeah,
Evolve.
That's the new one, getting ready to start March 6th.
Isn't that like a weekly thing, though?
Yes. But they're taping it because of some of the indie stars have pre-arranged gigs.
I guess that makes sense,
and then you've got, you're going to feature some of the... Which I'll get... If you keep reading, you'll kind of...
Yeah, but they're taping it months in advance at the Performance Center, and a small part of the Performance Center. Words are hard, guys. With only friends and family around, usually about 100 or so other under NXT talent will be on Evolve, and they will have their own championships on Evolve.
Yeah. So, it's getting to...
So I guess, and maybe I could be wrong, but I feel like Evolved is going to be...
the new NXT. And we're going to get to that in a second, because I think NXT... And I think you'll see it, especially when I bring up the next point.
Well, I was going to say, Evolve seemed like... Because this is, under NXT. This is, the indie guys training in the Performance Center.
Kind of. It's people that the WWE is interested in.
Yeah. So, this could be, Evolve, for example. I feel like next year, when we have, LFG next year, we're going to see the Evolve champion working for it. And, I feel like that's going to be their way of showing off what they can do.
Well, the winner of LFG gets an NXT contract, from what I've understood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is going to be, Evolve is going to be a way for the people at the Performance Center...
Yes.
To show off what they can do in hopes of either just straight up getting to NXT or getting into LFG and then working to win an NXT contract.
But that gets to the point we're going to bring up next. Is I think legit WWE is going to 3 brands. I mean, I know it sounds weird that we already have 3 brands, but I think it's getting to a point to where WWE, Raw, and NXT are going to start
Melding together.
You're going to start seeing way more talent making that cross between the 3 brands.
And I feel like that's honestly a good thing, because like we've
Yeah.
said, the women on NXT are killing it every
They're
goddamn
on fire, boy.
But once again, I feel like, and don't take this wrong, I don't think it's because the women on NXT are better. I think it's because they're being used better. If that makes sense? I think the women on, like you said, the women on the main rosters feel underutilized, and that's because they are. Whereas, NXT will start the show with a women's match, and then we'll have another women's match, and then another women's match.
And the guys' matches will just tank.
Yeah.
When it comes to the girl.
I mean, they're not bad, but they're not on the
near-
same level. And then you go to the main roster, and the women's matches they're good, but they're not on the same level as on the ones on NXT. And once again, I feel like
Exactly.
I don't think the women on NXT are better than the women on the main roster. I just think they're being used better. They're getting to show off what they can do.
Exactly.
But they are rebranding, and I do have one picture, which we're gonna try to start bringing up more pictures.
Yeah.
They're scrapping the NXT logos like on Roadblock.
Yeah, you
Can you see the mouse?
Yeah, they should be able to see it now.
Can they see your mouse?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
if you notice up top there, the WWE logo is there instead of, like, originally it would have NXT, and now it's got NXT in the corner over above
Yeah, like
Trick,
super tiny.
above Trick Williams.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
So, I mean, I think that is a sign.
Yep. Exactly.
Can you scroll down? Can they see the NXT thing on the top? If you scroll down a little bit.
oh, I switched back to our faces, I'm pretty sure. Or no, I didn't. I thought I did. My bad.
Scroll down a little bit so maybe they can see that corner that I'm talking about on that.
What the shit? Hang on. I thought it's not one to switch. Sorry, guys.
We're trying this, okay?
We're professionals, everybody. I'm just. There we go. So you want me to show this again? I thought I showed.
Yeah,
that.
you
I
showed it,
this.
but do they see the NXT?
Yeah, I showed it.
But is it showing with our faces up in the corner?
It was. I switched back to our faces.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So I'm making sure they saw the NXT up in the corner.
Yeah. I showed them. I showed them the stuff.
Okay. But yeah, we're trying that, and I'm gonna look back and see kind of how it went. And I do apologize for not answering the question. We got mid conversation. I wish there was some kind of like bell or
We
something.
could probably set that up, but also this just doesn't have sound on it. It's weird. But yeah, I think that's it. Unless you have
Or
anything
something
else.
that maybe comes up. I don't know. Would it come up on there if? No, we'd have to load it up on here, wouldn't we?
What?
If they, I don't know. Can we do like first time? We might be able to do overlays on this to where we have the chats in the window that we're watching. I don't know.
But yeah, I think that's about it for this week, guys. If you're watching here on Twitch, give us a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. If you want to chat with us about WWE, TNA, NXT, comics, movies, whatever, you can join our Discord down in the description. Not the description, the About section.
And like I said, too, we are going to do Random Wednesdays, and I think me and you, I don't know if Knight Rider's going to join us too much. I mean, he probably will once in a while, but I think Thursdays we're just going to do random, and we might talk about some comic books, might talk about some movies, might talk about, a TV show we're watching.
Yeah.
You know, it might even be the three of us talking about something completely different.
Yep.
That the other ones have no clue, but they're gonna bring it up.
Yep. But
Exactly.
if you want to support us, you can do so with the donation button in the about section. It's just a big red button that says donate. But other than that, we ain't got much else. I'm Telfari.
I'm CK,
Knight Rider.
and
we
we'll
out.
see ya next time.